Listen while the makers of Rexall drug products and 10,000 independent Rexall family druggists bring you Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, private detective.
Good evening. This is your Rexall family druggist speaking to you for the 10,000 independent druggists who have made the word Rexall part of our own store names and who recommend and sell the 2,000 or more drug products made by the Rexall Drug Company. Like Rexall aspirin, for example. There's no faster acting aspirin made than Rexall aspirin. When swallowed with water, Rexall aspirin is ready to go to work for you even before it reaches your stomach. Quality like that is what we family druggists are talking about when we tell you you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall. Now, your Rexall family druggist brings you a transcribed half hour with Richard Diamond, private detective, starring Dick Powell.
Oh, no. Oh. Yeah?
Well, what's the matter with you?
Oh, hello, Helen. Nothing has gone right all day.
I called your office, but you left an hour ago. What took you so long getting home?
Well, I had to stop by the laundry. Didn't have any clean shirts.
Are you forgetting we're supposed to be at my mother's at 7?
No, honey, I'm not forgetting. What time is it now?
A little after 6.
No, nuts.
What in the world's wrong?
Well, first of all, I haven't seen anything that looks like a client for 2 weeks.
That's unusual.
I only got 2 hours sleep last night.
You're complaining.
Oh, no, honey.
Then what is it?
Well, that stupid laundry gave me the wrong bundle. I can't go over to your mother's with my bare chest hanging out.
Well, can't you go back and get the right bundle?
Well, it closes at 6.
No, be practical. It was the laundry's fault, so use one of the shirts out of the wrong bundle. They'll have it clean.
Well, what if it doesn't fit?
Make it fit. I won't have you being late again.
Well, all right. I'll see you at 7.
I still love you.
Then tell your mother not to suggest Monopoly again. I have to get some sleep tonight. The shirt wasn't bad. A little short in the arms, but with my charm bracelet, no one would notice. I shaved, cussed a little, showered, cussed some more. Really let loose with some choice ones while I got dressed and kept it up all the way over to Helen's. She walked out in a green number that plunged so far it could have been arrested for attempted suicide. Sure cure for cussing.
Like it?
The guy who went off the Golden Gate didn't have half the drop.
Oh, stop perspiring and come on.
Helen's mother lived in a 40-room vault on Long Island. We had a wonderful dinner. Soup, salad, pheasant on the glass. The only thing missing was cracked crab. Until Helen's mother suggested Monopoly, then I nearly shelled her and ducked her in the mustard. About 1 o'clock, my eyes felt like 2 3-minute eggs lost in a sand pile, so I gave up and went to sleep right in the middle of a tricky trade for my railroad. Helen apologized, looked at me hatefully when I suggested a piggyback ride to the car, and by 2 o'clock she dropped me in front of my flat on 53rd.
You were horrible.
Oh, well, how did I know your mother had the electric company, too?
No. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Kiss?
You can't even keep your eyes open.
This is going to stop me. I do my best work with my eyes closed.
No. All right.
Honey, are you growing a beard?
That's my mink coat.
Oh. Night.
Good night.
Evening, Fred. Your name Diamond?
Yeah. What do you want?
I got some laundry that belongs to you.
That's nice. Nothing like getting your laundry at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You got mine.
We'll stop around about noon tomorrow and we'll swap.
I'd like it now, friend. I gotta leave town.
Oh, look, I'm a little tired, friend.
I want the laundry.
Yeah, well, you're dealing with a bad customer. I just traded Pennsylvania Avenue for one lousy railroad.
What?
Come back tomorrow, friend, and I'll give you your laundry and a detailed explanation.
I want the laundry now.
Now, look.
You look.
Well, if anything could have opened my little old sleepy blue eyes, it's that lovely gun. You look divine together.
Now let's go up and get the laundry.
What's the matter? You got the only long underwear with sequins?
Move!
And I moved. Up to my little flat with the laundryman sticking close enough so I wouldn't forget the big gun in his hot little hand. We went in and traded bundles.
You opened it, huh?
Well, what did you want me to do? Put it on a table and offer up prayers?
You're a little too wise for your own good, but I got what I wanted. No hard feelings.
Yeah, well, I hope your socks fall down.
You just stay put until I'm out of the building. Thanks, friend.
Well, any other time, I might have done something ridiculous, like chasing the guy or calling Walt up and complaining about the inadequacy of ye old police department. But this wasn't any other time. It was after 2 in the morning, and I was tired. Sure, it was unusual to trade laundry at that hour, but I was in no condition to try and figure it out. So I brushed my teeth, left my clothes in a neat pile in the corner, and stumbled into bed. Oh, no, I'll never get any sleep. I'm coming. Yeah?
Mr. Diamond?
Yeah, who is it?
This is Mr. Green, Mr. Diamond.
Swell, thanks for calling, Mr. Green. Good night.
Wait, please wait, Mr. Diamond. This is Mr. Green, the man who owns the Bluebell Laundry.
Well, how's business?
Can you come over to my apartment right away?
Why?
Someone's going to try and kill me.
What time is it?
3 o'clock.
Look, can't you hide in a closet or something until noon?
I tell you, someone's going to kill me.
Oh, get in the closet and close the door. If anyone opens it, take a bite out of the nearest coat and head for the closest bright light.
This is serious, Mr. Diamond. I haven't got much time.
Well, if you don't think you can look like a moth, maybe I'd better drop around. What's your address?
Savoy Arms, apartment C. And hurry, I'm desperate.
Well, if you're just half as desperate as I am sleepy, you're really in trouble. I'll be right over. I stumbled back into my clothes and downstairs and a quick walk down to the park where I could grab a cab. Then 10 minutes later, I was knocking at the door of apartment C. No answer. I was about to try the door when it opened. Mr. Green?
You're too late.
Mr. Green. He opened the door all right, but that was as far as he got. He just slid down and stretched out on his stomach, head turned sideways, thick glasses pushed up at an angle, his weak eyes trying hard to see everything there was to see before they closed for good. I kneeled down beside him.
Jones. Wrong laundry number. Jones.
Green. Well, everybody dies. He'd been shot just under the heart from the back. A warm breeze made me turn and look out the open window on the far side of the room leading out to a fire escape. I went over and looked out. Nothing. But it was a good bet that the killer had shot Green from there. I put in a call to Walt, and in 10 minutes he was standing over Green.
And this is the guy who owns the laundry and gave you the wrong bundle.
That's right.
How do you always get mixed up in things like this?
Well, it's a talent.
Did he say who he thought was after him?
Oh, he just told me that he was in fear of his life.
Now, what about the guy who shoved the gun in your face and took away the bundle of laundry?
Oh, about my size. Had a hat on, light gray suit, brown eyes, heavy eyebrows, high cheekbones, very sharp features.
Now, let's go down and run through the gallery, see if we can get an identification.
Okay. But first, let's take a run down to the Bluebell Laundry. Might be a good idea to find out what this is all about.
Here it is, Lieutenant. Bluebell Laundry.
Oh, he read the sign. If a guy with fangs and a long black cape answers, drive a stake through his heart.
Or shoot him with a silver bullet.
You keep your suggestions to yourself, Sergeant, or I'll open this door with your head.
These keys are in better shape.
I tell you, we can't use them. If no one answers, then we got to get a search warrant.
Why?
Because that's the law.
What is?
That we got to get a warrant to search the laundry.
Well, what do you want to search your laundry for?
What do I want to search it for? Because a man's just been killed.
Okay, so what? What's that got to do with the laundry?
The guy who was killed was the guy who owned the laundry. You told me yourself it had something to do with getting the bundles mixed up and that guy who stuck you up tonight.
Okay, but you can't just go busting into a laundry just because of a stupid little old hunch.
What do you mean, stupid?
You could be wrong, you know. Just because you think you might solve this case, that's no reason for you to go busting into a laundry.
Well, why not? The answer to this whole thing might just be in that laundry.
Well, you've certainly been right in the past.
No, not always.
Oh, most of the time, Walt.
Just lucky.
Well, if you think it's best, here are the keys.
You understand, right?
Oh, sure, Walt.
Lieutenant.
Yeah?
Oh, nothing.
You stay out here, Sergeant.
Well, we're in. I hope the commissioner doesn't hear about it.
About what?
Breaking and entering.
Breaking up. What? Why, you...
Fiend.
Yes.
Walt hopped around for a while until he ran out of steam, and then we went to work, took the laundry apart. The way it stacked up, I had gotten the wrong bundle of laundry. The guy who'd stuck me up in 2 in the morning had gotten mine. So the bundle that I'd gotten by mistake figured to be pretty important. There must have been something else in there besides clean shirts.
So, Green, the owner, made a mistake.
Oh, but that's kind of hard to do, Walt. You got to have a ticket to get your laundry.
Ticket with a number on it?
Well, sure. And it should correspond with the numbers on those bins. Hey, wait a minute. Before Green died, he said something about a wrong number and a name.
What name?
Jones. Now, look, when I brought my laundry in, Green wrote my name and number down in a book. Let's see if we can find that book. Walt took one side of the shop and I took the other. Inside of 10 minutes, we had the book. We turned to the page with deliveries dated for the day before and found my name.
Now, here it is. Richard Diamond.
Uh-huh. Laundry number 99. That's right. That was the number on the ticket I gave him. Then Green didn't make a mistake.
But he'd have to give you the wrong bundle. He couldn't get mixed up with the bins, Mark.
Walt, turn that book around.
Turn around.
Upside down.
Ah.
Now, if that number was on a ticket and I handed it to you upside down...
66.
Yeah. Who's listed under 66?
Let's see, it's not on this page. Here. Well, I'll be...
John Jones. No address. John Jones. Green had said Jones before he died. Jones had the laundry ticket marked 66. Green had evidently looked at my ticket upside down and given me Jones's bundle.
Green couldn't have known anything important was in that bundle or he wouldn't have made the mistake.
And then why was he killed?
Doesn't figure.
Well, if he was just a go-between, it does. He didn't put the important something in the bundle, or he would have just held the bundle until Jones arrived and then given it to him.
Then the bundle came wrapped with the something in it.
Now, look, Walt, you know how these small places work. They send their stuff out to a large laundry and cleaning plant.
Yeah, but which one?
Hey, I got a shirt on it from that wrong bundle. I bet it's got a laundry mark.
Should be on the collar. Let's see.
No, let's not strangle me, huh? Maybe unbutton a few buttons.
Great Scott.
Go ahead, Gravy.
Let's see. Yeah, there's some writing on the collar.
Read it out and I'll write it down.
86A45L. What kind of a laundry number is that?
Find out, and you might have the guy who slipped something in that bundle and was responsible for Green's death. We went through the rest of the place, but found no evidence to show us what big plant Green sent his laundry to. I bowed out as gracefully as possible and went home to get some sleep. It was 4 a.m. when I stumbled into my flat with just one thought in mind: sleep. And I got it in a hurry. Oh.
Rick, come on now. Snap out of it.
No.
Come on, sit up.
No, leave me alone.
Somebody sapped you.
I don't care if you split my head in sections. I went to sleep, didn't I?
What happened to your shirt?
My shirt? All right. Oh, so that's it.
What's it?
The shirt. That's what the guy was really after.
Suppose it was Jones?
Well, sure it was. Walt, when he traded bundles with me, he didn't have any way of knowing that I'd taken a shirt out of it. That shirt was what made that bundle important.
Those numbers on the collar. I checked. They weren't a laundry mark.
You still got them?
Yeah.
Well, they sure mean something. Let's see if we can figure out just what. I gave Walt a pencil and paper, and we put our two brilliant minds to work trying to figure out the numbers that had been written on the collar of the shirt. Just numbers with two letters, A and L. Easy problem for two brilliant students of criminology.
I got it.
You have?
Let's take the numbers down to the decoding department.
Oh, that's what I like. Perseverance, a sharp mind, and nothing's too tough for us. Well, come on, Art. You've been working on those numbers for nearly 5 minutes.
Well, I've been sick. Could this be a code for some kind of a pickup?
Guess it could be.
Well, let's use times and dates. First number is 8.
Well, today's the 8th day.
Well, the letter A could stand for AM.
6A, 6 a.m.
Could 88, 6 AM. Then 46L could be the where.
46th in any street beginning with L.
Out of the way corner.
46th in Lexington, and that's not out of the way.
Oh, I'm sure glad you broke that code, Walt.
Experience and a little common sense. Come on. You and me are going over to 46th and Lexington.
You and I, Walt.
I could stand for idiot.
That's another code, Arch. 4th letter in Levinson.
Oh, come on. We haven't got all morning.
You're listening to Richard Diamond, Private Detective, brought to you by the makers of Rexall drug products and your Rexall family druggist. And here he is.
Every woman will tell you that the ideal home antiseptic is one that will serve as a mouthwash, gargle, and breath deodorant, all with equal effectiveness.
And that's exactly what Rexall MI31 does.
Well, now how did you know that?
Because I read all about it in your big ad in this week's issue of Life.
Say, isn't that a good ad? A whole page crammed full of top-quality Rexall products. Some of them at special bargain prices, good all this month. And every one of them just as reliable as Rexall MI31, America's popular all-round mouthwash. What's more, Rexall gives you a full pint of MI31 at the same price as other leading brands of smaller quantity.
That's why I've learned to watch for your ads. I learn all about these wonderful money-saving values. And they always remind me of so many things I need, too.
Then maybe I'd better tell our listeners that this same full-page ad is appearing in current issues of Collier's, Look, Saturday Evening Post, and Country Gentleman. Check it carefully. And remember, you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
And now back to tonight's adventure with Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell.
Yeah, this is a good spot.
No one on the corner of 46th and Lexington yet.
What time is it?
5 minutes to 6.
No, I hope we figure this out right.
Car 86, car 86.
No, that's us. Car 86, Levinson, go ahead.
Sergeant Otis wants to speak with you, Lieutenant.
Go ahead.
Lieutenant, I checked and found out where the Bluebell Laundry sends its cleaning. 2 companies, Monarch and the Superior Cleaning and Dyeing Works. Mr. Ralph Collins owns Monarch, and Mr. Arthur Levin owns Superior.
Find out the addresses of the plants and the home addresses of the owners, and then put a stake out at the homes of the owners. Don't pick them up, but stop them if they're trying to leave.
Wilco, Roger, and out.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't get tired of Roger and use McGillicuddy just to be different.
Hey, Walt, there's our boy.
Huh, Jones?
Yeah, across the street on the corner. Same guy who got the bundle from me. Let's go.
No one else yet.
He's waiting for something. It's about 2 minutes to 6.
Yeah. A car pulling up. Jones is going over to it.
Get going.
Guy in the car gave Jones a package. They spotted us.
You get the car, I'll take Jones.
Stop! Stop that car!
Stop, Jones! Jones! Okay.
Car got away, but I put some bullet holes in it.
Drop the gun, Jones.
Okay. Okay, I'm hurt bad. Don't shoot again. Get me an ambulance, will you?
Walt, he's got another bundle with him.
I'll get back the car and get the wagon.
I think you got me in the stomach.
You want to talk?
Yeah, okay.
What's in the bundle you got from the car?
Junk. 100,000 in morphine.
How did Green figure?
It's just a go-between. He worked for the big boy. Took our money, sent it in with an order for the stuff.
Instructions in the collar of one of the shirts.
Yeah.
You killed Green?
Yeah.
Who's the big boy? Jones. Jones.
The wagon's on its way.
He's dead.
What was he picking up?
Narcotics. Well, Walt, we know the code was put in the laundry bundles at one of the cleaning works.
Well, Go to both of them and check.
Yeah, and you can never tell what else might turn up. We waited until the wagon pulled up and carted Jones off, then we headed across town toward the first of two stops, the Superior Cleaning and Dyeing Works. 7:30 when we pulled up in front and let ourselves in with one of my pass keys.
This is the only one we can check quietly. They open at 8, don't they?
Yeah, got a half an hour to make a noose for a pretty big operator. So we went to work on the Superior Laundry. Guys like Jones were caught every day, but the big boys, the ones who dished out the stuff from the top, the big syndicate operators, were tough to catch. And here was a chance to catch one. We got into the office and found the order books. Jones appeared in nearly every one. This was the place where Green had sent Jones's laundry.
But it still doesn't prove enough. We've got to prove that the code was slipped in the bundle from this plant. Then we got to find the guy who does it.
Well, come on. We got to work fast. This joint opens up in a half an hour. Hey, Walt, hold it. Car pull up outside.
Yeah. I can see it out of the window. Rick, it's the same car that passed the junk to Jones. The one I put the bullets in.
Hey, he's coming in.
He's coming up here.
Get in the other room.
Yeah, leave the door open.
Hello, Mr. Levin? Yeah, that's right. There was some trouble. Cops were waiting. Yeah. I'm down at the place. I got away clean. Jones had the bundle on him. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'll blow.
Let's take him.
Hey!
Hold it.
He's making a break.
Stop!
That's you, Conrad. He's got a gun. Blow him up. Well, he's had it.
Yeah. Know him?
Charlie Asher. Narcotics record.
This sure turned into a mess.
Yeah. Let's go see Mr. Arthur Levin of Superior Cleaning and find out what kind of cleaning works he's been running.
Hi, Lieutenant. We got the whole place surrounded.
Levin hasn't tried to leave.
He's been out of the house once, went to the garage.
Have anything with him?
Well, now, when he came out, went in with a big box.
All right, let's take him.
You better get out of sight, Otis. You'll see that uniform and get jumpy.
Get down there in the end of the porch.
All right.
Yes?
Police, Mr. Levin, we'd like to talk to you.
Oh, well, come in.
Thank you.
I was just going to my office.
Where's your office, Mr. Levin?
I own the Superior Cleaning and Dye Works.
You do laundry for Mr. Green's Bluebell Laundry?
I do work for a lot of laundries. I believe that Mr. Green happens to be one of them.
Know a man named Jones?
I know more than one Jones.
How about a man named Charlie Asher?
Charlie... No. No, I don't know him.
He called you 20 minutes ago.
No, he didn't call me. You're very much mistaken. Now, would you mind telling me what this is all about?
How many workers do you have at Superior, Mr. Levin?
Well, about 40.
Any of them have police records?
No, not to my knowledge.
And you don't know Charlie Usher?
No. No, I told you I do not know him.
Well, he had a key to the front door of your laundry. Use your office phone.
I can't help that.
He called to Mr. Levin.
But I have never talked with a man named Charlie Usher. I
what was
swear
in that box you brought in from the garage?
Box? Books. Books. I brought some books in.
Where are the books, Mr. Levin?
Well, I put them in the shelves in the library.
What did you do with the box?
I burned it. I don't like dirty boxes lying around the house.
You went outside and burned it?
Yes, in the incinerator.
My men said you only came out of the house once, Mr. Levin.
Then your men are mistaken. I went out twice, once to get the books, and the second time to burn the box. Look, what right have you got to hide outside my house and watch it like a bunch of burglars? I know my rights. I want to call my lawyer.
Oh, sure, Mr. Levin. You go right ahead and call your lawyer. In the meantime, we'll see if anything was burned in the incinerator.
It would be burned out by now. That was 20 minutes ago.
About the time Charlie Usher called
He
you.
did not call me. I don't even know him.
Well, even if you did burn the box 20 minutes ago, Mr. Levin, there'd still be some smoking ashes.
And if it wasn't burned in the incinerator, Mr. Levin, we'll take this house apart piece by piece until we find it.
I'll go take a look.
Wait a minute.
Yes, Mr. Levin?
Look, I'm not sure. I burned the box.
Then you didn't go outside the second time?
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm all mixed up. Look, you gotta give me time to think.
What if you didn't go out the second time? The box is still in the house.
Look, please do this. Give me time.
What's in the box, Mr. Levin?
Books, I told you, books.
Where is it?
I don't know. Leave me alone now. Now, will you leave me alone? I know my rights.
Start taking the house apart.
No, please.
Where's the box?
Please.
The box, Mr. Levin, the box.
Yeah, where's the box?
Under the sink.
Where under the sink?
There's a sliding panel under the kitchen sink.
Narcotics, Mr. Levin?
Yes. Oh, I'm ruined.
You marked the shirt collars and sent Charlie Usher to deliver the stuff.
That's right. I had 10 laundries working for me. Green was one of them. Ruined.
Oh, relax, Mr. Levin. You can be happy about one thing. Jones and Usher didn't cooperate like you did. And they're both dead.
Again, here's your Rexall family druggist.
If you're often troubled with acid stomach, or if you're looking for a gentle, non-irritating way to achieve regularity, try Rexall milk of magnesia. Pure, mild, creamy, smooth, and with no unpleasant earthy taste. Rexall milk of magnesia is justly popular. Buy the economy size, quart bottle. It costs only 69 cents at Rexall drugstores everywhere. And remember, you can depend on any drug product that bears the name Rexall.
Good health to all from Rexall. Richard Diamond, Private Detective, stars Dick Powell in the title role and is written by Blake Edwards, with music composed and conducted by Frank Worth. Featured in tonight's cast were Ted DeCorsia, Wilms Herbert, Clayton Post, Sidney Miller, Virginia Gregg, and Stacey Harris. Richard Diamond, Private Detective, was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Bill Foreman inviting you to be with us next Wednesday at this time when we will again bring you Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, Private Detective.
Hiya, beautiful.
Get lost, Bristlepuss. You need a shave.
But I have shaved. What else do you want me to do?
Silly boy, she wants you to go Stag.
Go Stag? But why?
Because Stag is Rexall's exclusive line of men's good grooming aids, like Stag Brushless Shave Cream. No fuss, no massage, just smooth it on and presto, you get a clean, close shave. Your face stays smooth and whiskerless all day long.
I'll do it. I'll go Stag.
That's it. Join the Stag line now at Rexall drugstores everywhere.
Yes, to make girls care. Go Stag.
Three chimes mean good times on NBC. There's entertainment in store for you every Wednesday night on NBC. In addition to the action-packed adventures of Richard Diamond, beginning next Wednesday, listen to Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman, returning over most of these stations with their delightful series, The Halls of Ivy. In 4 weeks, laugh with Groucho Marx and You Bet Your Life on NBC.
Makers of Camel cigarettes present Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, Private Detective.
other cigarette has Camel's rich, full flavor.
No other cigarette gives you this convincing proof of mildness.
In a coast-to-coast test, hundreds of people with normal throats smoked only Camels for 30 days.
Noted throat specialists examine the throats of those smokers every week and reported
not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels.
Make your own 30-day Camel test. Smoke only Camels for 30 days. See how well Camels agree with your throat, pack after pack, week after week.
Here transcribed is Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell.
Diamond Detective Agency, your plight is our delight.
Helen Asher speaking, a gal alone with just a phone.
Oh, clever, Helen, clever.
Thank you, sir. After all, you're not the only one who can make up corny slogans.
Easy, girl. You're crowding me.
Of course, I just might give up my slogans if you were on time for dinner tonight.
Well, that's the deal. I can't stand competition.
Seriously, Rick, I have a surprise for you tonight.
Oh? You inviting a preacher for dinner, maybe?
No, nothing like that. But I'm fixing the whole dinner myself, from soup to salad.
Oh, great Scott. $4 million and she can cook, too.
Well, you just remember to go easy on lunch. I want you to have an appetite by the time you get here.
Helen, I couldn't think of eating anything that would spoil my appetite. Besides, the automat won't take slugs anymore. Well, I do believe little old me has a little old client.
Must be mail. I don't hear your fangs clicking.
Oh, dear, you're so astute. Bye.
Bye.
You, Diamond?
That's right.
Well, what do you know? Odds were 10 to 1 I'd find you in.
You don't say.
Yeah, now get your hat, pal. It's 45 puts the odds in my favor. Now get up.
What are the odds on finding out what this is all about?
100 to 1 right now. You'll find out soon enough, though. Now come on. And Diamond, don't try no tricks. You do when it's even money, you'll be a dead man.
Well, some people collect stamps. Me, I collect strange visitors. And the character who led me downstairs to his car was one of the strangest I'd seen all week. He wore a loud check vest, purple sports coat, and bright yellow slacks, and every time he opened his mouth, he gave odds on something or other. We drove through town, finally pulled up in front of a ritzy apartment house. He led me back to an apartment on the first floor.
Hold it. This is it. Inside, Diamond. That's fair enough. Hey, Janet! Janet!
I'm right here, Freddie. You don't have to...
I told you it was 4 to 1. I could bring him here.
Oh, you win the bet, Freddie. Oh, Mr. Diamond.
Oh, hello. Fred, if you'd told me she was going to be here, you wouldn't have needed odds.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I'm a very sweet guy, especially with a gun in my back.
You can put it away now, Freddie, and take a walk. I want to speak to Mr. Diamond alone.
Oh.
Freddie!
Okay. Only the odds are 3 to 1 I should stick around.
Mr. Diamond, I need your help. I suggested this to Freddie, and he said he'd bring you. I had no idea he'd force you to come.
Well, skip the apologies, honey. Just why do you need my help?
My name is Janet Collins. My brother is Bert Collins. Does that name mean anything to you?
Well, all depends. There was a Bert Collins sentenced to the electric chair a few months ago. Same one?
Yes, but he isn't guilty, Mr. Diamond. Bert was convicted of murdering a bookie, but he didn't. He tried to tell his story in court, but they wouldn't believe him.
And I take it you want to tell me his story now.
Exactly.
Well, I'm listening.
Bert went into the pool room to see this bookie about a loan. While he was talking to him, a stranger came in and shot the bookie. Said something about getting even. And the stranger dropped the gun and ran.
And, what did Bert do all this time?
Well, he was stunned. He bent over the body and picked up the gun just as the police rushed in. It looked like he did it. Only he's innocent, Mr. Diamond.
Honey, as I remember it, your brother had a fair trial. 12 men disagree with you about his guilt.
I know that. But there's one man who can prove he told the truth.
Oh? Well, keep talking.
There was a witness to the murder. A little racketeer named Tony Gabaldi was in the pool room when it happened. He saw the stranger come in and kill the bookie.
Why didn't this come out at the trial?
Because we couldn't find Tony.
We?
Freddie, Bert's lawyer, and myself. We have witnesses who swear they saw Tony enter the pool room and rush out after the shooting.
But you haven't got Tony.
No, and He's the only one who can prove Bert is innocent. Unless we find Tony by tomorrow, it'll be too late. Please take the case, Mr. Diamond. Find Tony Garibaldi.
Well, I can give it a try. This is a big city, though. Tony could be hiding anywhere.
I know it's a hard job, but I'll pay the usual fee, and I'll be very grateful, Mr. Diamond. Very grateful.
Mm-hmm. Well, save the gratitude for later, dear, after we find Tony Garibaldi. Oh, Diamond. A pretty face, a sob story, and you get into the screwiest cases. Find a cheap racketeer out of 7 million people. I wonder what kind of odds Freddie would have given me on that. I caught a cab back to my office, picked up my card, then drove down to the 5th Precinct. I was hoping Lieutenant Walt Levinson could give me some lead on Tony Garibaldi.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Diamond.
Mr. Diamond? Well, so formal.
New policy. Commissioner decided we were getting too lax here at the 5th Precinct. Henceforth, we are to treat visitors with dignity and respect.
You don't say.
Yeah, and stop grinning. What do you want down here, anyway?
Oh, I'm working on a case. You remember Bert Collins?
And how? Grilled him after he was arrested. Tough boy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm working to spring him.
Yeah, he was one of the... What? Are you crazy? Collins gets the chair tomorrow night.
I know, but his sister says he's innocent.
And you believed her?
I don't know. She wants me to find a punk named Tony Garibaldi. Says Tony witnessed the murder and can prove Bert didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, I remember. That's what Bert told us. We tried to locate Tony, but he's dropped out of circulation.
You think Tony really saw the murder?
Who knows? Guy next door to the pool room said he saw Tony enter and come out later after the shots. Look, Rick, there's no doubt that Bert did it. The patrolman on the beat rushed in, found him standing over the body with a gun in his hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, then why is Tony hiding? And why would Bert's sister want me to find Tony unless she was sure he could free her brother?
All I know is we had all the evidence against Bert that we needed. He tried to borrow money from the bookie. Bookie refused. They had a fight. Bert shot him open and shut case.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, Walt. I'm still going looking for Tony Garibaldi. Any leads on him?
Yeah, I'm afraid not. Chances are some of the petty rackets might know where he is. Tony's worked all the cheap rackets, got a lot of friends.
Well, I guess I start covering the petty rackets then, huh?
Yeah, good luck, Rick. If Bert is innocent, I'd hate to see him burn.
Well, if I find Tony, I'll bring him into you here.
I'm glad you said if. If you find Tony and if he can clear Bert Collins.
That's right, Fatty. If. New York is a big city, and like any big city, it has a lot of rackets. Everything from fake panhandlers to phony insurance salesmen. But someone in these rackets might know where I could find Tony Garibaldi. So I began checking. One racket after another, charity rackets, used car rackets, everything. Yeah, a lot of people knew Tony, but they hadn't seen him in months, or so they said. It was late afternoon by the time I pulled up in front of Sneezy Williams' apartment. A few years back, Sneezy had organized every pickpocket in town, formed a sort of a union. There was a chance he might know Tony's whereabouts. I got out of my car and started for his apartment.
Don't turn around, Dan.
It couldn't be your finger sticking in my back, could it, friend?
No, it couldn't be. Walk toward that alley, Diamond, or I'll put a hole right through you.
That's a pleasant thought. Now, pal, if this is a stick-up, you're in for a disappointment. The only green stuff in my wallet is moss.
Shut up and don't turn around. That's far enough. Diamond, I hear you've been looking for me.
Oh, you're Garibaldi?
Shut up. I'll do the talking, Diamond. I don't know what your angle is in this or why you're after me, but I want you to lay off.
Well, why are you hiding, Tony? What are you afraid of?
Never mind that. Now, look, I've heard you're a right guy. I hate to do this, but you got to understand I'm not kidding. Keep away from me, or next time you won't get off so easy.
Tony, listen to me.
Before we continue with Richard Diamond, here are a few words about smoking enjoyment.
Listen to this report by leading throat specialists.
After making more than 2,000 weekly examinations of hundreds of smokers from coast to coast, Smokers with normal throats who smoked only Camels for 30 days, noted throat specialists reported
not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels.
That's proof of mildness. Proof offered by no other cigarette.
Start your own 30-day Camel test. Smoke only Camels for the next 30 days.
You'll soon see how mild, how flavorful, how thoroughly enjoyable a cigarette can be.
You'll see how well Camels agree with your throat. Pack after pack, week after week.
How mild, how mild, how mild can a cigarette be? Make the Camel 30-day test and you'll see. Smoke Camels and see.
And now, back to Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell.
I was looking for a little racketeer named Tony Gabaldi. Only instead of finding him, Tony found me. And he left a bump on my head as a not-too-gentle reminder that he didn't appreciate me searching for him. But now I was even more determined to find him for two good reasons. One, he might save Bert Collins from the chair. And two, I wanted to repay him for that crack on the head with interest. After I'd come to in the alley, I went to a cafe on the corner, smoked 4 Camels, had 2 cups of coffee, and washed my face. I felt much better as I walked back up the street to Sneezy Williams' apartment. I climbed the stairs and knocked on Sneezy's door. When the door opened, Sneezy stood there, his face screwed up like he'd just bitten into an unripe persimmon, then... Relief spread over his pudgy features, and he held out his hand.
Ricky Diamond. Long time no see.
How are you, Sneezy?
Bad, Ricky. Awful bad. Come on in.
Well, thanks. Ooh, what's that smell?
Fumes. From my vaporizer over there on the table. I gotta breathe them. It clears up my head.
Oh. I hear you've gone up in the world, Sneezy. Pickpocket union, huh?
Diamond, please, don't use that word pickpocket. In the trade, we call them cannons.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
A common mistake. Yeah, I organize the boys. It keeps them out of each other's territory, and I get a percentage of all their takes.
Well, that explains the fancy apartment.
Uh-huh. Only what good's dough when you're a sick man like me? I got a cold all year round. I've been under a mustard plaster so long I feel like a hot dog. What brings you here, Ricky?
I'm looking for a man, Sneezy. Thought you might know where I could find him.
Well, it all depends. Come on, let's sit over here by the vaporizer. I gotta sniff those fumes. Who you after, Rick?
Guy by the name of Tony Gabaldi.
Tony, huh?
You know him?
Oh, sure. Worked for me a few years back. I haven't seen him lately, though.
Where was he living when you knew him, Sneezy?
Now, let's see. Excuse me a sec. Ooh, them fumes feel good.
About Tony.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I should know it. Sure. He lived with his mother. Yeah, that's a nice old lady. I've been over there a few times.
Over where, Sneezy? What's the address?
The address? Ooh, them fumes. You know, these vaporizers come pretty high these days. This one set me back $10.
All right, Sneezy. Here's $10.
Vicky, you are a kindred soul.
Just make with the address, Sneezy.
Yeah, the old lady runs a dry cleaning shop over on 79th and 3rd. Right on the corner. You can't miss it. Ooh, them foo. Ooh.
Gesundheit. That last one must have registered on the Caltech seismograph. I left Sneezy with another Gesundheit and went out the door before he blew me out. Then I went to my car, drove across town to the cleaning shop on 79th and 3rd. Inside, I found a tired-looking old lady marking clothes.
Yes? You have come for clothes?
No, Mrs. Garibaldi, I'm looking for your son.
Tony?
Tony.
What is it you want with him?
I'd like to talk to her.
You're from the police?
Well, indirectly, yes.
Go away.
Now, Mrs. Garibaldi...
Go away. You're not dressed like a policeman. You're not from a police. You wish to harm my Tony. Go away.
Mrs. Garibaldi, your son's in a lot of trouble. He might be able to save an innocent man from dying. I intend to find him.
Tony is in trouble, yes, I know. He comes here months ago, tells me he must hide. He does not tell me why. Why must Tony hide from men like you? Why?
Your son witnessed a murder.
This is a crime?
No, but Tony ran away. Now, if he tells what he really saw, perhaps an innocent man will go free.
Tony is a good boy. He would not wish harm to innocent man.
Perhaps Tony's afraid, Mrs. Garibaldi. Afraid some harm will come to him if he tells the truth.
Is this true?
No, the police will protect your son. But they can't protect him if they don't know where he is. He's in more danger now.
How do I know you speak the truth? You're not from the police. I know you're not harmed Tony yourself.
You can check with the police. Lieutenant Levinson, 5th Precinct. He'll vouch for me.
Oh, I do not know. You would not tell me to check unless you spoke the truth. But I do not know.
Where's Tony living, Mrs. Garibaldi?
Tony says I'm not to tell anyone.
Your son's afraid. People in fear don't think clearly. Now, where's Tony?
Tony's a good boy. It is no good he must hide.
Where is he?
Tony must hide no more. Tony must tell truth. If I do wrong, may I be forgiven, but I will tell you where Tony hides.
Mrs. Garibaldi wrote the address on a slip of paper. I called Janet Collins and asked her to meet me at Tony's hideout. Together, we might be able to persuade him to tell the truth about the murder. When I got to Tony's rooming house, Janet hadn't arrived yet, so I went up alone. And after 5 flights, I didn't bother to knock.
What?
Hello, Tony.
Diamonds.
Yeah. Now, punk, we'll have a little talk.
You get out of here. Leave me alone.
Now, stay right there, Tony. I've got the gun this time. And I'm itching to pay you back for that wallop in the alley.
I had to do that, Diamond. You don't understand.
Well, then suppose you enlighten me. Who are you hiding from?
You know as well as I do. They hired you to find me, didn't they?
It all depends. Who do you mean by they?
Colin's sister Janet and that Freddie character. They hired you, didn't they?
That's right. To find a chicken-hearted punk who might be able to save Bert Collins from the chair. You're quite a guy, Tony. Let Bert die because you're afraid you'll risk your own neck.
Oh, come off it, Mr. Diamond. You must know why they want me. Sure, I was in the pool room the night of the murder. That's why I gotta hide.
I don't follow you, Tony. Now, who was it you saw?
You're trying to tell me you don't know.
I never ask questions if I know the answers.
Okay, then here's your answer. Sure, I seen the killer. It was Bert Collins.
What?
I was at a back table. Bert come in. He didn't see me. And after the shots, I got out of there fast.
You're lying, Tony. Why are you hiding if Bert really did it? He's been convicted. He can't harm you.
No, but his sister and that Freddie guy can. After the murder, they got in touch with me. Told me I had to swear I saw a stranger come in and kill the bookie. They told me I had to swear Bert didn't do it.
So that's why you ran?
Sure, I didn't want to get in trouble with the law. But if I didn't lie, I'd be killed, so I hid out.
Tony, if what you say is true, I'm the biggest stoop in town.
You gotta believe me, Mr. Diamond. I swear I tell the truth. And please don't tell them where I'm hiding, please.
It's too late for that, Tony. They already know.
What?
Yeah, come on. Let's get out of here. We'll get you to a safer place, then we'll have to...
Hold it right there, kiddies. Odds of 5 to 1, I'll pull a trigger.
Well. Yellow vest, purple sports coat, and gray gun. Freddie, you're a regular Technicolor nightmare.
Better drop your gun, Diamond.
Hello, Janet.
Drop it. That's a sweet little boy.
You believe me now, Mr. Diamond?
Yeah, Tony, only don't rub it in.
Diamond, I'm sorry this has to be. I wanted you to find Tony, but I wish you hadn't talked to him.
Oh, Janet, you're a dreamer. This won't work. Even if Tony does swear Bert's innocent, the police will break his story. Your brother dies in the chair tomorrow night, and a lie can't save him.
We'll see about that. It's a chance anyway.
Well, what about it, Tony? You gonna let him take you downtown and lie for them?
Well, I don't know.
I know Tony, Diamond. Don't try and fill him with false bravado. He knows what Freddie'll do with him. Unless he does exactly what we tell him. Don't you, Tony?
Yeah, kid, you know. And the odds are 50 to 1 you'll say just what we want you to say.
I'm sorry, Mr. Diamond. I guess I gotta do what they want.
Oh, don't be a fool, Tony.
Shut up, Diamond. You've talked enough.
Freddie, I'll leave you here with Diamond. Tony and I'll wait in the car. Don't be long. Come on, Tony.
Diamond,
Now then, Diamond. Just you and me.
You make the most brilliant statements, Freddie.
Yeah, and the odds are... Hey, keep your hands out of your pocket.
Oh, take it easy, Freddie. There couldn't be a gun in this pocket. Just got a $50. See?
What's I did?
Well, Freddie, old boy, the way I see it, I'm about to be shot.
That's even money, all right.
Well, I can't figure out whether to die a hero trying to rush you or just stand here and wait for you to shoot.
Huh?
Now, either way, I die, so I might as well decide which way I want it. Thought I might flip a coin.
The Diamond, you must be a little off, huh?
Freddie, I didn't admit it before, but you see, I'm crazy about gambling, too, just like you.
Yeah?
Sure. You can appreciate a sportsman wanting to go out like this, to die on a gamble.
I don't know.
Oh, Freddie, relax. Either way, I die. Now, I'll flip the coin, 2 out of 3. Heads, I die rushing you. Tails, I wait for you to shoot.
It is sort of interesting.
Well, here we go. Up. There. Tails.
Are you right?
2 out of 3. Up.
What is it?
Heads.
Well, go on. This one tells a tale.
Yeah, Freddie, this one tells the tale. I held the coin against my thumb. Freddie was interested now. He was the type who liked any kind of a bet, and in this one the odds were all in his favor. But I always did like long shots. I flipped the coin high. Only this time I didn't catch it. I let it fall to the floor, and Freddie's eyes followed it. This was what I needed. I threw him off balance, and the gun went clattering to the floor. Then my right hand plowed into a yellow vest, and my left hand followed through. And that took care of Freddie. But there was still Janet outside with Tony in the car. I stripped Freddie of his purple sport coat, put it on, and went downstairs. Outside, I saw Janet and Tony in a blue sedan parked at the curb. I lowered my head and went around to Janet's side as fast as I could.
Get in the other side, Freddie. Diamond.
No, take it easy, honey.
Let me go. Let me go.
Oh, just relax now. You'll go somewhere in a minute. Tony.
Yeah?
Run out the corner and get the cop of the beat to take care of our little friends, will you? And make it snappy. I got a date at 7 o'clock. I wonder how Helen will like me in a purple sport jacket. I beg your pardon, Helen, dear?
I said,
Well, that's what I thought you said. Now, dear, please stop staring at me. It makes me self-conscious.
Oh, I just can't help it, Rick. I don't think it's right for a woman to tell a man how to dress.
I agree.
Only sometimes. Well, that purple sport jacket.
I was wondering when you'd notice it.
Oh, I noticed it when you first came in. I'm just getting over the shock.
Oh, I knew you'd like it, dear. Wait until you see my red, white, and blue slacks. I'm saving them for Lincoln's birthday.
Oh, now, Rick, what's come over you?
Personality, dear. Now settle back and listen to your colorful boyfriend sing a sweet song.
Oh, what a way to spend an evening. A purple coat, a piano, and a private detective. And I'm the gal who graduated from Vassar.
And so to sleep, but you.
Oh, that was very nice.
Thank you.
Only I'm surprised you didn't sing a louder tune to go with your clothes.
Oh, Helen, from your tone, one would think you didn't approve of my new apparel.
Yes, one would, wouldn't one? One would also... No, Rick. Rick. Rick.
Yes, dear.
More.
Well, I'll be romantic tonight.
Romantic, nothing. As long as you wear that jacket, I'd rather keep my eyes closed. Come here.
Dick Powell will return in just a minute.
What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor?
When that question was asked of doctors from coast to coast, doctors in all branches of medicine, the brand name most was Camel.
Why don't you smoke Camels, too? And say, why not give a carton of Camels for St. Valentine's Day? Camels come in a special carton all dressed up for the Valentine season. Give your Valentine Camels.
How mild, how mild, how mild can a cigarette be? Smoke Camels and see.
Here's Dick Powell with a special message.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to help bring pleasure to hospitalized veterans and members of our armed forces, the makers of Camel send thousands of packs of Camel cigarettes to service in veterans' hospitals every week. This week, the gift Camels go to Veterans Hospitals, Fort Harrison, Montana, and West Roxbury, Massachusetts. U.S. Naval Hospital, Quantico, Virginia. U.S. Army Station Hospital, Camp Carson, Colorado. And the Military Air Transport Service, which evacuates virtually all overseas wounded personnel. Now, until next week, enjoy Camels. I always do.
Tonight's transcribed adventure of Richard Diamond was written and directed by Dick Carr with music by Frank Worth. Virginia Gregg played the part of Helen Asher, and Alan Reed was Lieutenant Levinson. Others in the cast were Herb Butterfield, Gene Bates, and Parley Bear. Be sure to listen to another great Camel show, Vaughn Monroe and the Camel Caravan, every Saturday night. Here's Prince Albert, the National Joy Smoke.
The bite is out and the pleasure's in when you smoke Prince Albert. It's specially treated not to bite your tongue. The bite is out and the pleasure's in.
So pack your pipe with Prince Albert, the largest selling pipe tobacco in America. It's smooth, cool smoking. And say, there's more tobacco in the pocket tin now. So get Prince Albert tomorrow.
Listen next week for another exciting adventure of Richard Diamond, starring Dick Powell. The makers of Camel Cigarettes present Dick Powell as Richard Diamond, Private Detective. No other cigarette has Camel's rich, full flavor.
No other cigarette gives you this convincing proof of mildness.
In a coast-to-coast test, hundreds of people with normal throats smoked only Camels for 30 days.
Noted throat specialists examine the throats of those smokers every week and reported
not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels.
Make your own 30-day Camel test. Smoke only Camels for 30 days. See how well Camels agree with your throat, pack after pack, week after week.
Here transcribed is Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell.
Diamond Detective Agency, your plight is our delight.
Helen Asher speaking, a gal alone with just a phone.
Oh, clever, Helen, clever.
Thank you, sir. After all, you're not the only one who can make up corny slogans.
Easy, girl, you're crowding me.
Of course, I just might give up my slogans if you were on time for dinner tonight.
Well, that's the deal. I can't stand competition.
Seriously, Rick, I have a surprise for you tonight.
Oh? You inviting a preacher for dinner, maybe?
No, nothing like that. But I'm fixing the whole dinner myself, from soup to salad.
Oh, great Scott. $4 million and she can cook, too.
Well, you just remember to go easy on lunch. I want you to have an appetite by the time you get here.
Helen, I couldn't think of eating anything that would spoil my appetite. Besides, the automat won't take slugs anymore. Well, I do believe little old me has a little old client.
Must be male. I don't hear your fangs clicking.
Oh, dear, you're so astute. Bye.
Bye.
You, Diamond?
That's right.
Well, what do you know? Odds were 10 1, I'd find you in.
You don't say.
Yeah, now get your hat, pal. It's 45 puts the odds in my favor. Now get up.
What are the odds on finding out what this is all about?
100 to 1 right now. You'll find out soon enough, though. Now come on. And Diamond, don't try no tricks. You do, and it's even money, you'll be a dead man.
Well, some people collect stamps. Me, I collect strange visitors. And the character who led me downstairs to his car was one of the strangest I'd seen all week. He wore a loud check vest, purple sports coat, and bright yellow slacks. And every time he opened his mouth, he gave odds on something or other. We drove through town, finally pulled up in front of a ritzy apartment house. He led me back to an apartment on the first floor.
Hold it. This is it. Inside, Diamond. That's fair enough. Hey, Janet! Janet!
I'm right here, Freddie. You don't have to...
I told you it was 4 to 1. I could bring him here.
Oh, you win the bet, Freddie. Oh, Mr. Diamond.
Oh, hello. Fred, if you'd told me she was going to be here, you wouldn't have needed odds.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I'm a very sweet guy, especially with a gun in my back.
You can put it away now, Freddie, and take a walk. I want to speak to Mr. Diamond alone.
Oh.
Freddie!
Okay. Only the odds are 3 to 1 I should stick around.
Mr. Diamond, I need your help. I suggested this to Freddie, and he said he'd bring you. I had no idea he'd force you to come.
Well, skip the apologies, honey. Just why do you need my help?
My name is Janet Collins. My brother is Bert Collins. Does that name mean anything to you?
It all depends. There was a Bert Collins sentenced to the electric chair a few months ago. Same one?
Yes, but he isn't guilty, Mr. Diamond. Bert was convicted of murdering a bookie, but he didn't. He tried to tell his story in court, but they wouldn't believe him.
And I take it you want to tell me his story now?
Exactly.
Well, I'm listening.
Bert went into the pool room to see this bookie about a loan. While he was talking to him, a stranger came in and shot the bookie. Said something about getting even. And the stranger dropped the gun and ran.
And, what did Bert do all this time?
Well, he was stunned. He bent over the body and picked up the gun just as the police rushed in. It looked like he did it. Only he's innocent, Mr. Diamond.
Honey, as I remember it, your brother had a fair trial. 12 men disagree with you about his guilt.
I know that. But there's one man who can prove he told the truth.
Oh? Well, keep talking.
There was a witness to the murder. A little racketeer named Tony Gabaldi was in the pool room when it happened. He saw the stranger come in and kill the bookie.
Why didn't this come out at the trial?
Because we couldn't find Tony.
We?
Freddie, Bert's lawyer, and myself. We have witnesses who swear they saw Tony enter the pool room and rush out after the shooting.
But you haven't got Tony.
No, and he's the only one who can prove Bert is innocent. Unless we find Tony by tomorrow, it'll be too late. Please take the case, Mr. Diamond. Find Tony Gabaldi.
Well, I can give it a try. This is a big city, though. Tony could be hiding anywhere.
I know it's a hard job, but I'll pay the usual fee, and I'll be very grateful, Mr. Diamond. Very grateful.
Mm-hmm. Well, save the gratitude for later, dear. After we find Tony Gabaldi. Oh, Diamond. A pretty face, a sob story, and you get into the screwiest cases. Find a cheap racketeer out of 7 million people. I wonder what kind of odds Freddie would have given me on that. I caught a cab back to my office, picked up my card, then drove down to the 5th Precinct. I was hoping Lieutenant Walt Levinson could give me some lead on Tony Gabaldi.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Diamond.
Mr. Diamond? Well, so formal.
New policy. Commissioner decided we were getting too lax here at the 5th Precinct. Henceforth, we are to treat visitors with dignity and respect.
You don't say.
Yeah, and stop grinning. What do you want down here, anyway?
Oh, I'm working on a case. You remember Bert Collins?
And how? Grilled him after he was arrested. Tough boy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm working to spring him.
Yeah, he was one of the... What? Are you crazy? Collins gets the chair tomorrow night.
I know, but his sister says he's innocent.
And you believed her?
I don't know. She wants me to find a punk named Tony Gabaldi. Says Tony witnessed the murder and can prove Bert didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, I remember. That's what Bert told us. We tried to locate Tony, but he's dropped out of circulation.
You think Tony really saw the murder?
Who knows? Guy next door to the pool room said he saw Tony enter and come out later after the shots. Look, Rick, there's no doubt that Bert did it. The patrolman on the beat rushed in, found him standing over the body with a gun in his hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, then why is Tony hiding? And why would Bert's sister want me to find Tony unless he was sure he could free her brother?
All I know is we had all the evidence against Bert that we needed. He tried to borrow money from the bookie. Bookie refused. They had a fight. Bert shot him open and shut case.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, Walt. I'm still going looking for Tony Garibaldi. Any leads on him?
Yeah, I'm afraid not. Chances are some of the petty rackets might know where he is. Tony's worked all the cheap rackets, got a lot of friends.
Well, I guess I start covering the petty rackets then, huh?
Yeah, good luck, Rick. Bert is innocent. I'd hate to see him burn.
Well, if I find Tony, I'll bring him into you here.
I'm glad you said if. If you find Tony and if he can clear Bert Collins.
That's right, Fatty. If. New York is a big city, and like any big city, it has a lot of rackets. Everything from fake panhandlers to phony insurance salesmen. But someone in these rackets might know where I could find Tony Garibaldi. So I began checking. One racket after another, charity rackets, used car rackets, everything. Yeah, a lot of people knew Tony, but they hadn't seen him in months, or so they said. It was late afternoon by the time I pulled up in front of Sneezy Williams' apartment. A few years back, Sneezy had organized every pickpocket in town, formed a sort of a union. There was a chance he might know Tony's whereabouts. I got out of my car and started for his apartment.
Don't turn around, Diamond.
It couldn't be your finger sticking in my back, could it, friend?
No, it couldn't be. Walk toward that alley, Diamond, or I'll put a hole right through you.
That's a pleasant thought. Now, pal, if this is a stick-up, you're in for a disappointment. The only green stuff in my wallet is moss.
Shut up and don't turn around. That's far enough. Diamond, I hear you've been looking for me.
Oh, you're Garibaldi?
Shut up. I'll do the talking, Diamond. I don't know what your angle is in this or why you're after me, but I want you to lay off.
Well, why are you hiding, Tony? What are you afraid of?
Never mind that. Now, look, I've heard you're a right guy. I hate to do this, but you've got to understand I'm not kidding. Keep away from me, or next time you won't get off so easy.
Tony, listen to me.
Before we continue with Richard Diamond, here are a few words about smoking enjoyment.
Listen to this report by leading throat specialists.
After making more than 2,000 weekly examinations of hundreds of smokers from coast to coast, smokers with normal throats who smoked only Camels for 30 days, noted throat specialists reported
not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels.
That's proof of mildness. Proof offered by no other cigarette.
Start your own 30-day Camel test. Smoke only Camels for the next 30 days.
You'll soon see how mild, how flavorful, how thoroughly enjoyable a cigarette can be.
You'll see how well Camels agree with your throat. Pack after pack, week after week.
How mild, how mild, how mild can a cigarette be? Make the Camel 30-day test and you'll see. Smoke Camels and see.
And now, back to Richard Diamond, Private Detective, starring Dick Powell.
I was looking for a little racketeer named Tony Garibaldi. Only instead of finding him, Tony found me. And he left a bump on my head as a not-too-gentle reminder that he didn't appreciate me searching for him. But now I was even more determined to find him for two good reasons. One, he might save Bert Collins from the chair, and two, I wanted to repay him for that crack on the head with interest. After I'd come to in the alley, I went to a cafe on the corner, smoked 4 Camels, had 2 cups of coffee, and washed my face. I felt much better as I walked back up the street to Sneezy Williams' apartment. I climbed the stairs and knocked on Sneezy's door. When the door opened, Sneezy stood there, his face screwed up like he'd just bitten into an unripe persimmon, then... Relief spread over his pudgy features, and he held out his hand.
Ricky Diamond. Long time no see.
How are you, Sneezy?
Bad, Ricky. Awful bad. Come on in.
Well, thanks. Ooh, what's that smell?
Fumes. From my vaporizer over there on the table. I gotta breathe them. It clears up my head.
Oh. I hear you've gone up in the world, Sneezy. Pickpocket union, huh?
Diamond, please, don't use that word pickpocket. In the trade, we call them cannons.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
A common mistake. Yeah, I organize the boys. It keeps them out of each other's territory, and I get a percentage of all their takes.
Well, that explains the fancy apartment.
Uh-huh. Only what good's dough when you're a sick man like me? I got a cold all year round. I've been under a mustard plaster so long I feel like a hot dog. What brings you here, Ricky?
I'm looking for a man, Sneezy. Thought you might know where I could find him.
Well, it all depends. Come on, let's sit over here by the vaporizer. I gotta sniff those fumes. Who you after, Rick?
Guy by the name of Tony Gabaldi.
Tony, huh?
You know him?
Oh, sure. Worked for me a few years back. I haven't seen him lately, though.
Where was he living when you knew him, Sneezy?
Now, let's see. Excuse me a sec. Ooh, them fumes feel good.
About Tony.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I should know it. Sure. He lived with his mother. Yeah, that's a nice old lady. I've been over there a few times.
Over where, Sneezy? What's the address?
The address? Ooh, them fumes. You know, these vaporizers come pretty high these days. This one set me back $10.
All right, Sneezy. Here's $10.
Vicky, you are a kindred soul.
Just make with the address, Sneezy.
Yeah, the old lady runs a dry cleaning shop over on 79th and 3rd. Right on the corner. You can't miss it. Ooh, them foo. Ooh.
Gesundheit. That last one must have registered on the Caltech seismograph. I left Sneezy with another Gesundheit and went out the door before he blew me out. Then I went to my car, drove across town to the cleaning shop on 79th and 3rd. Inside, I found a tired-looking old lady marking clothes.
Yes? You have come for clothes?
No, Mrs. Garibaldi, I'm looking for your son.
Tony?
Tony.
What is it you want with him?
I'd like to talk to her.
You're from the police?
Well, indirectly, yes.
Go away.
Now, Mrs. Garibaldi.
Go away. You're not dressed like a policeman. You're not from the police. You wish to harm my Tony. Go away.
Mrs. Garibaldi, your son's in a lot of trouble. He might be able to save an innocent man from dying. I intend to find him.
Tony is in trouble, yes, I know. He comes here months ago, tells me he must hide. He does not tell me why. Why must Tony hide from men like you? Why?
Your son witnessed a murder.
This is a crime?
No, but Tony ran away. Now, if he tells what he really saw, perhaps an innocent man will go free.
Tony is a good boy. He would not wish harm to innocent man.
Perhaps Tony's afraid, Mrs. Garibaldi. Afraid some harm will come to him if he tells the truth.
Is this true?
No, the police will protect your son. But they can't protect him if they don't know where he is. He's in more danger now.
How do I know you speak the truth? You're not from the police. I know you're not a harm Tony yourself.
You can check with the police. Lieutenant Levinson, 5th Precinct. He'll vouch for me.
Oh, I do not know. You would not tell me to check unless you spoke the truth. But I do not know.
Where's Tony living, Mrs. Garibaldi?
Tony says I'm not to tell anyone.
Your son's afraid. People in fear don't think clearly. Now, where's Tony?
Tony is a good boy. It is no good he must hide.
Where is he?
Tony must hide no more. Tony must tell the truth. If I do wrong, may I be forgiven, but I will tell you where Tony hides.
Mrs. Garibaldi wrote the address on a slip of paper. I called Janet Collins and asked her to meet me at Tony's hideout. Together, we might be able to persuade him to tell the truth about the murder. When I got to Tony's rooming house, Janet hadn't arrived yet, so I went up alone. And after 5 flights, I didn't bother to knock.
What?
Hello, Tony.
Diamonds.
Yeah. Now, punk, we'll have a little talk.
You get out of here. Leave me alone.
Now, stay right there, Tony. I've got the gun this time. And I'm itching to pay you back for that wallop in the alley.
I had to do that, Diamond. You don't understand.
Well, then suppose you enlighten me. Who are you hiding from?
You know as well as I do. They hired you to find me, didn't they?
It all depends. Who do you mean by they?
Colin's sister Janet and that Freddie character. They hired you, didn't they?
That's right. To find a chicken-hearted punk who might be able to save Bert Collins from the chair. You're quite a guy, Tony. Let Bert die because you're afraid you'll risk your own neck.
Oh, come off it, Mr. Diamond. You must know why they want me. Sure, I was in the pool room the night of the murder. That's why I gotta hide.
I don't follow you, Tony. Now, who was it you saw?
You're trying to tell me you don't know.
I never ask questions if I know the answers.
Okay, then here's your answer. Sure, I seen the killer. It was Bert Collins.
What?
I was at a back table. Bert come in. He didn't see me. And after the shots, I got out of there fast.
Ah, you're lying, Tony. Why are you hiding if Bert really did it? He's been convicted. He can't harm you.
No, but his sister and that Freddie guy can. After the murder, they got in touch with me. Told me I had to swear I saw a stranger come in and kill the bookie. They told me I had to swear Bert didn't do it.
So that's why you ran?
Sure, I didn't want to get in trouble with the law. But if I didn't lie, I'd be killed, so I hid out.
Tony, if what you say is true, I'm the biggest stoop in town.
You gotta believe me, Mr. Diamond. I swear I tell the truth. And please don't tell them where I'm hiding, please.
It's too late for that, Tony. They already know.
What?
Yeah, come on. Let's get out of here. We'll get you to a safer place, then we'll have to...
Hold it right there, kiddies. Odds of 5 to 1, I'll pull a trigger.
Well. Yellow vest, purple sports coat, and gray gun. Freddie, you're a regular Technicolor nightmare.
Better drop your gun, Diamond.
Hello, Janet.
Drop it.
That's a sweet little boy.
You believe me now, Mr. Diamond?
Yeah, Tony, only don't rub it in.
Diamond, I'm sorry this has to be. I wanted you to find Tony, but I wish you hadn't talked to him.
Oh, Janet, you're a dreamer. This won't work. Even if Tony does swear Bert's innocent, the police will break his story. Your brother dies in the chair tomorrow night, and a lie can't save him.
We'll see about that. It's a chance, anyway.
Well, what about it, Tony? You gonna let him take you downtown and lie for them?
Well, I don't know.
I know Tony, Diamond. Don't try and fill him with false bravado. He knows what Freddie'll do with him. Unless he does exactly what we tell him. Don't you, Tony?
Yeah, kid, you know. And the odds are 50 to 1 you'll say just what we want you to say.
I'm sorry, Mr. Diamond. I guess I gotta do what they want.
Oh, don't be a fool, Tony.
Shut up, Diamond. You've talked enough.
Freddie, I'll leave you here with Diamond. Tony and I'll wait in the car. Don't be long. Come on, Tony.
Diamond,
Now then, Diamond. Just you and me.
You make the most brilliant statements, Freddie.
Yeah, and the odds are... Hey, keep your hands out of your pocket.
Oh, take it easy, Freddie. There couldn't be a gun in this pocket. Just got a $50. See?
What's the idea?
Well, Freddie, old boy, the way I see it, I'm about to be shot.
That's even money, all right.
Well, I can't figure out whether to die a hero trying to rush you or just stand here and wait for you to shoot.
Huh?
Now, either way, I die, so I might as well decide which way I want it. Thought I might flip a coin.
Diamond, you must be a little off, huh?
Oh, Freddie, I didn't admit it before, but you see, I'm crazy about gambling, too, just like you.
Yeah?
Sure. You can appreciate a sportsman wanting to go out like this, to die on a gamble.
I don't know.
Oh, Freddie, relax. Either way, I die. Now, I'll flip the coin, 2 out of 3. Heads, I die rushing you. Tails, I wait for you to shoot.
It is sort of interesting.
Well, here we go. Up. There. Tails.
You're right.
2 out of 3. Up.
What is it?
Heads.
Well, go on. This one tells the tale.
Yeah, Freddie, this one tells the tale. I held the coin against my thumb. Freddie was interested now. He was the type who liked any kind of a bet, and in this one, the odds were all in his favor. But I always did like long shots. I flipped the coin high. Only this time, I didn't catch it. I let it fall to the floor, and Freddie's eyes followed it. This was what I needed. I threw him off balance, and the gun went clattering to the floor. Then my right hand plowed into a yellow vest, and my left hand followed through. And that took care of Freddie. But there was still Janet outside with Tony in the car. I stripped Freddie of his purple sport coat, put it on, and went downstairs. Outside, I saw Janet and Tony in a blue sedan parked at the curb. I lowered my head and went around to Janet's side as fast as I could.
Get in the other side, Freddie. Oh, Diamond.
No, take it easy, honey.
Let me go. Let me go.
Oh, just relax now. You'll go somewhere in a minute. Tony.
Yeah?
Run out the corner and get the cop of the beat to take care of our little friends, will you? And make it snappy. I got a date at 7 o'clock. I wonder how Helen will like me in a purple sport jacket. I beg your pardon, Helen, dear?
I said,
Well, that's what I thought you said. Now, dear, please stop staring at me. It makes me self-conscious.
Oh, I just can't help it, Rick. I don't think it's right for a woman to tell a man how to dress.
I agree.
Only sometimes. Well, that purple sport jacket.
I was wondering when you'd notice it.
Well, I noticed it when you first came in. I'm just getting over the shock.
Oh, I knew you'd like it, dear. Wait until you see my red, white, and blue slacks. I'm saving them for Lincoln's birthday.
Oh, now, Rick, what's come over you?
Personality, dear. Now settle back and listen to your colorful boyfriend sing a sweet song.
Oh, what a way to spend an evening. A purple coat, a piano, and a private detective. And I'm the gal who graduated from Vassar.
And so but you.
Oh, that was very nice.
Thank you.
Only I'm surprised you didn't sing a louder tune to go with your clothes.
Oh, Helen, from your tone, one would think you didn't approve of my new apparel.
Yes, one would, wouldn't one? One would also... No, Rick. Rick. Rick.
Yes, dear.
More.
Well, I'll be romantic tonight.
Romantic, nothing. As long as you wear that jacket, I'd rather keep my eyes closed. Come here.
Dick Powell will return in just a minute.
What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor?
When that question was asked of doctors from coast to coast, doctors in all branches of medicine, the brand name most was Camel.
Why don't you smoke Camels, too? And say, why not give a carton of Camels for St. Valentine's Day? Camels come in a special carton all dressed up for the Valentine season. Give your Valentine Camels.
How mild, how mild, how mild can a cigarette be? Smoke Camels and see.
Here's Dick Powell with a special message.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, to help bring pleasure to hospitalized veterans and members of our armed forces, the makers of Camel send thousands of packs of Camel cigarettes to service in veterans' hospitals every week. This week, the gift Camels go to Veterans Hospitals, Fort Harrison, Montana, and West Roxbury, Massachusetts. U.S. Naval Hospital, Quantico, Virginia. U.S. Army Station Hospital, Camp Carson, Colorado. And the Military Air Transport Service, which evacuates virtually all overseas wounded personnel. Now, until next week, enjoy Camels. I always do.
Tonight's transcribed adventure of Richard Diamond was written and directed by Dick Carr with music by Frank Worth. Virginia Gregg played the part of Helen Asher and Alan Reed was Lieutenant Levinson. Others in the cast were Herb Butterfield, Gene Bates, and Parley Bear. Be sure to listen to another great Camel show, Vaughn Monroe and the Camel Caravan, every Saturday night.
Here's Prince Albert, the National Joy Smoke.
The bite is out and the pleasure's in when you smoke Prince Albert. It's specially treated not to bite your tongue. The bite is out and the pleasure's in.
So pack your pipe with Prince Albert, the largest selling pipe tobacco in America. It's smooth, cool smoking. And say, there's more tobacco in the pocket tin now. So get Prince Albert tomorrow. Listen next week for another exciting adventure of Richard Diamond, starring Dick Powell.